Hi, and welcome to the Florida Family Lawcast. My name is Amber Kornreich, coming to you from Miami, Florida. Our guest today is Raquel Soto-Catalano. She brings a powerful perspective from the other side of the table. While she's not a lawyer, she is the parent of a child with special needs, and she has personally navigated the challenges of separation and divorce. Through that journey, she has identified critical gaps in how families and family law practitioners understand and support special needs families, and she chose to do something about it. She is an active member of the Family Law Section's Special Needs Committee, and she is the founder of Ava's Path, an organization dedicated to improving outcomes for families facing these complex transitions. Thank you, Raquel, for being with us today. So, Raquel, what should family lawyers know about new changes to Florida Statute 6121 on parenting plans?
That is a great question, and thank you for having me, Amber. One of the exciting news about this Florida statute and mandate is that it recognizes that traditional parent education is not enough for all families, particularly when there's a child with a disability or complex needs. Parenting plans are no longer meant to fit into one boilerplate or one category. And so, by having a statute that recognizes parenting education related to the needs of these families, it allows the attorneys to shift the narrative, to make a change that can really impact these families and these children's needs.
So, why is specialized education important to parents of children with special needs going through a separation or divorce?
That is a great question. And it is better answered by understanding that parents themselves also need the right specialized education as they begin their co parenting journey. They will be managing more than a neurotypical child family would. For example, managing educational plans that are needed to be implemented in more than one setting, therapies, medical care, routines, multiple accommodations, and often under an enormous amount of stress with very limited support. These type of parental educations have already been established. They're evidence-based, they're family-centered. Otherwise, the state of Florida would never have mandated it. And so we have already proof that it does yield positive results for children.
Thank you very much for explaining that. So, what is AVA's path and what was your motivation to start it?
Alva's Path is a Florida-based nonprofit that provides the mandated parent education civilization course for families of children with special needs and emotional concerns. It is a DCF approved course. It began with my own experience as I lived through a divorce and a court system that, despite its many amazing intentions, it just didn't meet my needs, my child's disability needs. So the traditional parent education courses that are available, they just do not prepare parents or prepare professionals for the realities of raising a child with special needs during a divorce, and in the upcoming milestones that they have to reach together. So it's good to have a nonprofit now that can address those needs for our families in Florida.
Absolutely. So, you mentioned your own experience. In your experience, what available resources for children of special needs should family lawyers know about?
Great question again. Family lawyers are often the first professionals families turn to, which makes awareness of resources critical. Attorneys should be familiar with IEPs, 504's advocacy, and special education supports for these children. Florida Exceptional Student Education Services are available for many families and exceptional children. They should be able to speak the language of disability informed mental health. They should be able to speak about vocational rehabilitation services for many children as they transition. into older, from high school into young youth or adulthood. And they should be able to speak the language of special needs trust and long-term planning professionals, long-term planning.
Thank you, Raquel. We're so grateful for your time and for your mission in trying to educate the public and especially family law practitioners about this critical issue. Before we log off today, is there anything else you'd like to share?
I'd like to say thank you to the family law professionals in taking the time and the effort to shift the system towards disability informed focus practices. This statute moves family law towards a child centered, disability informed, evidence based approach in how we help these families transition to co parenting children with disabilities. And I really want to say thank you for allowing this initiative to be the first in the nation and to be successful at it. Attorneys, law professionals have the empowerment and the ability and the authority now, thanks to the statute, to demand more for their families. And I'm grateful for that.
Thank you very much, Raquel.